Uh, Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, colleagues. I'm the first speaker, so I would like to start maybe with a bit different topic that you expect. You know that the name of the conference is Innovative Learning in Chemistry. It means innovation. We should talk about things which are oriented to future. But at the beginning, let me know to start with a bit of history. And I would like to turn your attention to the past. It was in year 1968 in Prague. It was a quite difficult time for our country. In that time, it was a different country. It was Czechoslovakia. But this year, don't worry, I don't want to talk about these sad things. But this year is important also for us because my personal things which I love and I spend a lot of time on it is Chemistry Olympiad. And in this year, in 1968, in Prague, was born the international competition, the International Chemistry Olympiad. The International Chemistry Olympiad is subject competition, which is in our country one of the oldest. I think that the older is only the mathematical competition. What is quite interesting that the international level was started only 4 years after the born of the national competition. The national competition started in 1964, and at the beginning it was not like whole country competition. It started only at some regions, and in following years it spread to the whole country. And in '68, the first international Olympiad was organized in Prague, in former Czechoslovakia. The International Chemistry Olympiad started as a small event with only 3 participating countries. It was former Czechoslovakia, Hungary, and Poland. As I said, it was not easy to organize such international event because of very bad political situation in Eastern Bloc. And a lot of countries were invited in the first years, but they refused simply because they had a political fear. From the very beginning, it was just a competition and just even for the Eastern Bloc. And very soon it was run under the very intensive supervision of Soviet Union. It means that at the beginning only Eastern countries participated, and the first Olympiad, which was organized outside the East Bloc, was in 1980, and it was in Austria. From that time, the major breakpoint for the Olympiad was, of course, was the year 1989, when the Iron Curtain fallen, and the number of countries participating increased rapidly. Nowadays, as you see, it is very huge event, very prestigious competition with participation close to 80 countries from all over the world. There are many Asian countries, some countries from Africa, mostly whole Europe, America. The Olympiad, or the reason why I'm talking about it and at this conference, is that for us, and I mean not only for our institute, but for the whole country, it is very valuable tool how we can find and how we can raise talented and gifted students and directed them to chemistry. The Olympiad is not just the competition in the end. It means when the students come to the, I don't know, the final international round and compete. There is a lot of work before. It starts at the secondary school or basic schools, and also for students there is a lot of work they have to do. They start with so-called preparatory tasks, which are thought out by organizers of the Olympiad. And these tasks are for us valuable not as a competition or part of competition tasks, but also because it is a huge amount of material which can be used during the lessons at secondary school and even at universities. Because the level of the international competition is somewhere between secondary school and university. So it's really plenty of material we can use, and which is, let's say, non-traditional. How do we select the students? Because only 4 students can represent any country. Because it is very traditional competition in our country, so we have, I think, a very well working system how to choose the best ones. And it is also possible to see in the results of our country. So we have the highest level, the highest round in the national competition. It is the national round. And we invite normally about 16 best students to first preparatory workshop, which is a theoretical one. The time of systematic preparation of students is limited by regulations of the Olympiad to 2 weeks. So we have just 2 weeks to work with students and to make them better. The first 8 students we invite to the second workshop, which is practical. They work in laboratory. And finally, the best 4 students are the representatives and makes the Czech national team. 2? It was the second time. Okay, thank you. So, not only chemistry Olympiad, but I think it can be generalized that we can use this quite known pyramid, which describes how do we work with them. Of course, on the top, there is the national competition and the best 4 students. But what is extremely important that we start at the bottom of the pyramid, where there are parents and their children, and of course, maybe the second floor are the basic schools and secondary schools. We, as a single persons and as an institution, we can take care, and we do, and try to do the best as we can. Take care about the upper parts of the pyramid. We can capacity for these, and of course it is also from the point of media quite attractive. But the biggest part of work and effort and energy, and of course also of money, have to be directed to the bottom parts of pyramid. Sometimes I think that it is a problem of our country than the support and the support which is directed to the base of the pyramid is not sufficient, and in the time it doesn't increase, and we would be happy in case it would be just on a stable level. What is important that we have within different competitions, we have something like efficient lift to find and to lift in gifted students up to the upper parts of the pyramid. But what is also very important is not just the vertical motion, but also the horizontal connection between students. Because I think we were able to develop a community of talented students, which are moving somewhere here in the middle of the pyramid, which knows each other. They are not only fans of chemistry; they are also very good friends. And what is nice that they, as a big groups, come to universities and continue with studying not only chemistry but another natural sciences, medicine, and so on. And there are other events which makes this community. I would like to just shortly mention our summer camp in Biestvina, and there will be poster outside during the poster session, which is extremely popular not only among students but also among lectors and lecturers. It is, in fact, non-formal education. We just have a lot of lectures and do the lectures anywhere you can imagine. It is at the countryside summer camp base in the middle of the country, and students from whole the country come there to spend like 2 weeks of holidays. Some pictures, there is very nice nature around, so we can do sport, we can do anything as at normal summer camp. We do special events for chemists, so in the morning it was like an artificial bomb attack, and the students had to survive. So with the towels wet by vinegar, they have to move. And of course, a lot of just chemical fun, which is not possible for other subjects. And all these things we try to do as best as we can, I think are reflected by the results of our public, for instance, in the International Chemistry Olympiad. I would like to mention the number of medals which we won during the history of independent Czech Republic. It means from the 1993. It is about 12 gold, 25 silver, and 27 bronze medals, and I think it is quite good result. So I think things we do are very valuable, but in the end of my presentation, I would like to thank firstly to students, to teachers at different levels, because firstly it is their energy and their effort that we can finally get students which finally will be so good. Thank you very much.